Archer Aviation is trying to sell investors on the future of urban air travel. And you'd think that if a company this close to commercialization, the story would be getting stronger, not weaker. But instead, the stock has been sliding. Short sellers are asking tougher questions, and investors are starting to wonder whether the company's progress is really as far along as it seems. In this video, I'm going to break down three things: what Culper Research claimed in its March 2026 follow-up, where Archer really seems to stand right now, and what all of this could mean for the stock. My name is Rick Orford. I'm a Wall Street Journal best-selling author. I've been trading since 1999, and no, I'm not a financial advisor. That's a good thing. I break down the numbers so retail investors like us can make smarter, more confident decisions with our money. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. And you all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beaten the market by almost 6 times. Go to fool.com/RickO to get your 10 stock picks right now. Archer Aviation is a company that builds electric vehicle takeoff and landing aircraft, or eVTOLs. These are designed to move people quickly across cities. Its aircraft are meant for short-distance routes, offering alternatives to ground transportation in congested urban areas. It's developing battery-powered systems along with the supporting software and infrastructure that's needed for safe and efficient operations. And it plans to operate its own air taxi networks and partner with others to bring these services into commercial use. Now, on March 5th, shares of Archer Aviation pulled back after short seller Culper Research raised 3 key questions about the company's progress and disclosures. First, it questioned where the company's aircraft actually are, given earlier statements that multiple units were already in final assembly or production. Second, it asked why flight testing appears to have paused or stalled, citing flight log data that suggests no recent ground or air activity. And it also raised uncertainty around whether the Midnight aircraft, the design, has been finalized. It also questioned whether the company will need to address the potential shift in certification training because it pointed to claims that FAA approval could actually be delayed through 2028. Culper also alleged that the company's communications may have been inconsistent with prior disclosures. Then, on March 19th, Archer Aviation announced that its CAO, or the Chief Administrative Officer, will transition to a senior advisor role effective April 17th. Now, that change may have added a little near-term pressure on the stock. I don't see it significant enough on its own, at least, to explain the broader decline in the share prices. That gets me to the stock itself. Archer stock is down about 29% over the past month. It currently trades around $5 a share, and it's also down about 35% over the last year. Now, if we look at the chart, we can see that the stock actually started trending down around October 2025 and hasn't really recovered since. So this wasn't one single trigger, right? Weaker financial results added pressure, but more importantly, sentiment around air taxi names began to fade as investors started questioning certification timelines and how realistic any near-term commercialization actually is. And before I go any further, I think there's a practical angle here for investors that are wanting to buy. If you've been watching Archer but think, it's still too expensive, but maybe you want to buy it around $3 or $4 a share, watch this video up here because I discuss how you can sell a cash-secured put on a stock that you'd actually like to own as a way to get paid to potentially wait for it to come down to your own price. And if it does, you buy it and you got paid to buy it as well. But with all that being said, the bigger question here isn't whether the stock is down, it's whether Archer's progress is being overstated. And more specifically, do the short sellers' claims point to deeper risks? These topics come up all the time in my Discord channel, so let's break it down starting with the Culper Research report. Now, back in April 2025, Culper published a report on Archer Aviation that argued the company's public narrative doesn't align with actual progress. And that's really the heart of the entire debate. The core thesis is that Archer has continued to promote aggressive timelines around testing, certification, and commercialization, while the underlying development of its Midnight aircraft still remains incomplete and evolving. The report does open several direct accusations. For example, Culper argues that Archer may have overstated how ready its aircraft was, mischaracterized a key June 2024 transition flight, and claimed design maturity despite ongoing changes. It also says the company is further behind on certification and commercialization than investors were led to believe. From there, Culper focuses on what it describes as a gap between statements and observable evidence. It's citing internal emails and third-party records that suggest the aircraft wasn't fully assembled or in advanced testing when management said that it was. Photos from an April 2025 hangar visit referenced in the report appear to show the aircraft was still in partial assembly rather than near flight readiness. And all of this matters because with a company like this, the whole investment case depends on execution that matches the story. A major part of the report centers on that June 2024 transition flight. Culper claims the flight did not meet FAA-style criteria for a true wing-borne transition, and this is based on propeller behavior visible in company footage. It further links the milestone to a subsequent funding tranche, suggesting there may have been an incentive to present the event as complete. The report also argues that Midnight has undergone meaningful redesigns across multiple components, despite prior claims that no modifications were actually needed. It suggests only one partially conforming aircraft exists, and testing remains limited and early stage. And finally, Culper questions the entire timeline. It argues that certification is still in the early stages, commercialization targets are unrealistic, and the company's messaging leans heavily on promotion rather than demonstrated technical progress. Now, last month's follow-up shifted the focus a little, but not the core argument. Culper continues to claim that Archer Aviation has overstated progress on its aircraft, testing and certification timelines. The difference now is how it's all framed. Instead of revisiting the June 2024 transition flight, the update asks more immediate questions, including where the aircraft are and whether testing has slowed down or stopped. It also points to a potential shift in certification timing towards 2028. So where does Archer stand right now? Well, on March 9th, Archer announced the selection of its partners in Texas, Florida, and New York for the White House's eVTOL integration pilot program, giving it a formal pathway to begin early U.S. air taxi operations within a government-supported framework. Now, on its own, that supports the company's commercialization narrative and shows continued alignment with regulators. But in the context of Culper's claims, it also shifts the burden of proof because the question is no longer about access to programs or partnerships. The question is whether the aircraft, testing progress, and certification timeline are advanced enough to support actual deployment. And that, to me, is the real takeaway, right? What investors should be focusing on isn't Archer specifically, but the framework that this situation gives them for analyzing any speculative company. When a business is pre-profit and operating in a new industry, the real risk is the gap between narrative and execution. It's not enough to announce partnerships or pilot programs. The key questions are simple. Is the product actually where the company says it is? Is testing progressing in a visible way? And does the certification timeline still hold up? And that is the core of the debate. Archer continues to show momentum through partnerships and government programs, which all supports the story. But the counterpoint here is that these updates, they don't necessarily prove the aircraft or the timeline are nearly as advanced as implied. In this kind of setup, announcements can drive excitement, but they're not the same as execution. So focus on the evidence, not just the story. Meanwhile, coverage on Archer is still mixed, right? Cantor maintains an overweight rating or a buy rating, while H.C. Wainwright carries an $18 price target. And Barclays they've outlined a more conservative bear case valuation at just $4.50 a share, which just proves how wide the range of expectations really is. So, does any of this make the stock cheap right now? Well, let's have a look at the valuation. At $5 a share, Archer has a market cap of around $3.8 billion. The stock also trades at around 2 times its book value. Now, these valuations tell me that the market is pricing in Archer for future potential, but not full success, at least not right now. Trading at around 2 times its book value means that investors expect it to build something more valuable than its current assets. But expectations are still a little bit on the moderate side. It's not being valued like a proven business, at least not yet. So execution will be everything from here, right? And you can see it in the 60-month beta. I mean, it's 3.1. That tells us the stock can move about 3 times as much as the S&P 500 in either direction. So yes, there's upside if the story works, but there's also a lot of downside risk if it doesn't. And that brings me to what I think. Is Archer a buy right now? Well, consider that a consensus among 10 analysts rate Archer a moderate buy, and that rating has held over the last 3 months. The average score is 4 out of 5 and has actually remained unchanged over the same period. Meanwhile, a high target price of $18 suggests there's as much as 260% potential upside from its most recent closing price. And I have to agree with the rating, but I just wouldn't rush to buy shares just yet. Archer's own updates continue to show alignment with regulators. But in the context of Culper's claims, the focus now shifts to execution. The question is no longer about partnerships or program access, but whether the aircraft, testing, and certification timeline are actually keeping pace. Until that is clearly demonstrated, these announcements lean more towards positioning than proof. At this stage, Archer needs to execute and deliver tangible progress to move past these doubts. But now I want to turn it over to you. What do you think? Do you believe in what Archer Aviation is doing? Did Culper's claims change your view about Archer? Do you think they're on track? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, while you're there, if you found the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps others find the video, it supports the channel, and it makes sure that you don't miss out on my next deep dive. Well, that's it for me today, at least in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.